بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا بيكم، معكم من سيمان، وإن شاء الله هنكمل منهج الساينس للصف الأول الإعدادي. Today we're gonna talk about Unit 2 Force and Motion, Lesson 1 Fundamental Forces in Nature. To know the meaning of the force, let's see the following examples. This boy tried to push this wall by his hands. What is happening? The wall doesn't move because the force acting on it is improper. What is the meaning of improper? We can say his force is not suitable to move this huge wall. But if he tries to move this book by his hand, the book moves because the force acting on it is proper. Look at the third picture. Watch what happens for the moving ball when the goalkeeper catches it. The moving ball stops its motion because the force acting on an object can stop its motion. Okay, in this example, we can say the force changes from motion state to static state. But in the first example, in this book, the force changes from the static state to motion state. In the last example, what happens when a racket hits the tennis ball? The ball changes its direction because the force acting on an object and it changes its direction. Okay. Now, this book can move without force? Can change its state from rest to motion without force? Sure, no. Maybe wind, maybe my hand, maybe my finger, maybe any force. But it's supposed that to be forced to move it. Okay. From these examples, we can say general conclusion. The objects move when a proper force acting on them to change the state of the object from static state to motion or vice versa, or to change the motion direction. So, any change of the state of object from rest to motion or from motion to rest or change direction, it needs force. It needs external effect. It's called force. So, what's force? Force, it's an effect attempts to change the object's phase from being static to motion or vice versa, or attempts to change the motion direction. So force here can do three acts. Number one, can change the state of object from rest to motion. Number two, can change the state of object from motion to static. Number three, can change the direction of motion. This is the force. So what is meant by force? It's an effect attempts to change the object's phase from being static to motion or vice versa, or attempts to change the motion direction. Okay, what is the measuring unit of force? The measuring unit of the force is Newton. Give reason. The static car doesn't move when you try to move it because the force acting on it is improper to move it. What are the fundamental forces in nature? First, attraction forces or gravitational forces. Second, electromagnetic forces. Third, nuclear forces. Where nuclear forces في عندنا منها ال weak nuclear forces and strong nuclear forces. First, attraction forces or gravitational forces. There is an attraction forces between any two masses in the universe. Sure, every one of you, my dear students, know about Newton, who discovered the gravitational force of the Earth. when he was standing under a tree and he found an apple falling down to the ground. وطبعا هنا نيوتن قاعد يفكر ويسأل نفسه why this apple falling down to the ground and don't goes up? Yes, because the earth have a gravitational force. Then he proved that all masses are attracted toward the earth itself by a force known as Earth's gravitational force. And this force depends on the masses of the object, as shown in the following activity. Steps. Put on the ground a mass 1 kilogram, 5 kilogram, and 10 kilogram. Try to lift the masses and put them on a table. Observation. The work done to lift objects increases by increasing the object's mass. Conclusion. Earth attracts the object to its center by a force called object weight. This force depends on object's mass, Earth's gravity acceleration. So, object's weight, it's the ability of the Earth to attract that object to its center. Again, it's the ability of the Earth to attract that object to its center. Object's center of gravity, it's the point at the center of the object at which the force of gravity affects the object. It's the point at the center of the object at which the force of gravity affects the object. So now the factors affecting the Earth's gravitational force. Weight. Object's mass. As the object mass increase, the object's weight increase. So now, do you know why you weight less on the moon? Do you know why do you weight less on the moon? This is because gravitational force is directly proportional to the mass of an object. Greater the mass, greater will be the gravitational force. So in the moon, the gravitational force is small, so you weight less on the moon. Give reason. Object's weight changes from a place to another on the Earth's surface. Earth's gravity acceleration changes from place to another. Give reason. Earth's gravity acceleration changes from place to another due to non-spherical shape of the Earth. Change distances from Earth's center. So the weight of an object can be calculated using the following relation. Object's weight equal object's mass times Earth's gravity acceleration. Weight is measured in Newton. Mass is measured in kilogram. And Earth's gravity acceleration is measured in meter per second square and equal 9.8 and maybe 10. Example. Find the weight of a bag of 1 kilogram, mass knowing that the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second square. Answer. Weight equal mass times Earth's gravity acceleration equal 1 times 10 equal 10 Newton.